message from the management: eating or drinking while watching these videos is not advised. You do this at your own risk. And please don't come running to me when you snot coke all over your computer screen. Hi guys, welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. Sorry I've been missing, I'm just really tired. Wah, wah, wah. Anywho, no more trends. How I'm dressing for spring now. No trend chasing. For how fucking long? Shall we jump in?
Today, on a very snowy Monday, we are going to talk about the spring 2026 fashion trends. And a little bit of it's going to be, that's why I'm sitting here. I thought it would be a good time.
She's on double speed. See, she had chairs. There's a chair there. She could have brought that chair over here instead of having this chair. So now she's got a chair in the way in front of where Brooke works. I don't get this fucking woman. Anyhow, Tracy had one, so she had to have one.
Today, on a very snowy Monday, we are going to talk about the spring 2026 fashion trends. And a little bit of it's going to be, that's why I'm sitting here. I thought it would be a good time. Oh, I don't want to move it. I'm going to sit back. I thought it would be a good time for me to talk about some fashion philosophy.
Oh, I don't want to move it. Why? Have you got it positioned exactly so you can see between the two houses in front of you to just get that sliver of a water view? You could always put it back where it was.
Things that I've been thinking about. And a lot of
fashion philosophy is the conscious underlying rationale behind clothing choices, merging personal style with values like ethics, sustainability, and self-expression. It acts as a framework for consumption, moving beyond trends to treat garments as a reflection of identity, cultural propositions, or in the case of ethical fashion, a commitment to reducing environmental impact. Oh dear Lord. Is she going to start saying that she's not buying shite now because she's trying to save the planet? If she is, that would be great. Can't see it though.
Out some fashion philosophy, things that I've been thinking about. And a lot of times I'll have these deep thoughts about fashion when it pertains to
deep thoughts
to women our age and myself. And I want to share those things with you, but I'm always hesitant because I don't know how to present them. So I think I'm going to start a little bit of a series on my channel, Fashion Philosophy, so I can share some of these thoughts with you. Today came about just this morning. I got up early and we've been snowed in here in Wilmington, North Carolina, which it isn't that rare. It snowed here at this house twice. But what was different is the drifts. So it made it where it covered our...
Oh, isn't it pretty? Oh, it's so lovely to look at, isn't it? Snow. It's great. I love it. As long as I don't have to go out. When it's fresh like that, great. I'll go trumping about in it all day long. But it never stays like that for long, does it? When you live where people are and they trump about in it and then it's all slushy and icy and fucking horrible. No.
Heating and air units, and it was a little worse than the last time. So I'm hoping today I can get out. My car has four-wheel drive, although I've never used it. My dad had to tell me, yes, indeed it has it. But
how long have you had that car and you didn't know it had four-wheel drive? It's a fucking Range Rover, isn't it? For fuck's sake. Is it a Range Rover she's got? Yeah, Range Rover, not a Land Rover. The Land Rover is the made out of tin and it buggers your bottom when you're driving because there's no suspension. But the Range Rover's the posh version, isn't it?
The sun is out. As you can tell, it's so beautiful. People are out. So I feel like I'll be getting out later. So I've had time to think about all of this stuff. And this morning I thought to myself, why haven't I even thought about looking up the trends? I'm so excited for spring and I haven't even thought about spring trends. I know as a fashion YouTuber, I should probably be bringing you all the spring trends. And I thought even last year, remember, I said the only trends I would be participating in were the trends that I would be wearing already, naturally. And that is kind of the point.
What the fuck happened there? Who are you?
I wanted to make with this video. When I am reading and watching people talk about trends, think about the things that you've always loved. Think about the things that resonate with you, that are part of your personality, that are classic for you. And that is pretty much what's going to happen this year. Another thing that I have experienced, and I don't blame anyone for it, it just is the way it is. And that is one thing I have learned through my life is you have to face the facts that things change. And either you...
No shit, Sherlock. Things change. Wow. Mind blown.
You can accept it or you can get left behind. And one thing that has changed is everything is so marketed. And so even when you read a magazine article or like I subscribe to a lot of like Vogue, Elle magazine, a lot of those, even in my email online. And I've noticed that when I have purchased things that are supposed to be so good and just the top rated, their favorite thing from Amazon, their favorite thing from this, it isn't that great. And
so why do you spend all your time going in and out of places saying, oh, what's your best selling? What's your most favourite? What's your favourite this? What's your favourite that? Instead of using that fucking thing that sits on top of your neck and just getting the stuff that you like. I'm sick of fucking telling you, Lisa.
It made me think, you know, they're just doing what everyone else does. And it's all about marketing and selling. So
No
I'm going to go
shit.
over some thoughts that I've had. And I'm also going to talk about my words of the year. I didn't want to make a whole video on
Words of the year. Oh, fuck. Hello.
Hello. You want anything like that?
No, thank you. What the... Excuse me. What's that thing? Come back. Travelis. What's that thing in your hand?
What?
That thing in your hand that you're hiding.
My noodle bowl.
Wow. That's a noodle bowl.
Yeah.
See you later. He didn't come to save me. He just came in to go out again.
this because you're just going to be seeing me live these words. And
Yeah.
so I wanted to
For
just
5 minutes till you change your fucking mind again.
briefly touch on that. Okay, so my words of the year, the first one was rise. And I don't even know how I got that exact word, but then it started showing up everywhere. Matter of fact, my favorite devotional is my Rise devotional that someone told Brooke about. And
So rather than buy it for Brooke, you bought it for yourself.
talk about rise, I mean, I want to just rise up to who I am. I want to be so authentic. I want to double down on what makes me unique. I want to double down on things that I love, like going to New York, going to the beach, where I live, my home, my fashion, my beauty, all the things that I love. Instead of this year reaching and pivoting and all the things for new.
But that was your word of the year, wasn't it? Pivot. Jeez, this woman, she doesn't know who the fuck she is. Oh, it's George. I don't know if you saw that then, George from Peppa Pig. I saw a story on the AOL thing. I get an AOL email every day with news on. And there was news about Peppa Pig. And Madam is not impressed. She said it may make her stop watching because they shouldn't do that. They shouldn't be messing about with people. Because apparently George is deaf in one ear now. So he's going to get a hearing aid. And I said to her, it's just like your dad. It's the same thing. And she was like, oof. And apparently there's another baby. I never knew. Because she said, oh, they brought in Evie. Now they're changing things with George. And I'm like, who the hell's Evie? And she's like, Pepper and George's sister. And I'm like, Daddy and Mummy Pig had another baby. It's like, when did that happen? How did they explain that one to the preschoolers? Anyhow.
New things and all of this growth. I want to rise above that and just be. I really want to rise above drama, things that don't bring me peace, things that I feel like I have.
When have you ever been involved in drama? I thought you were a lovely lady. You didn't include yourself in drama. You didn't do any of that. Yep. Whatever. We all know who you really are. Even if you don't.
To do in order to be this or that, or accepted here or accepted with these people. I just want to rise to my best self. And then another word that I tacked on there is freedom. And that one just kept coming to me naturally. And then I started seeing it everywhere. And I was like, that is so true. I just want freedom. I just want freedom to be me.
You just want freedom. You do what you want, when you want, and you don't give a fuck about anybody else. That's freedom. Which part of freedom have you not already got?
Me. I want freedom from explaining, from justifying, from having to do what's right or do what other people feel like I should do.
You don't want to do what's right. There you go. You've said it, but nobody will hear that.
I want the freedom to make a big deal out of nothing because it's a big deal to me. I want the freedom to share things with you guys. I just want freedom in every aspect of my life.
You have fucking freedom in every aspect of your life. You ungrateful bint.
And luckily, this is already who I am, is someone who wants to be here sharing these things with you. What makes me different, I think, is I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to share my life with you and to share the things that have made my life beautiful and to keep on living my best, most beautiful life.
Yeah, and being a condescending twat. Rubbing it in everybody's nose. Oh, look at the wonderful life I have. Because I couldn't give a fuck about John's eyesight. I couldn't give a fuck about my ailing, aging parents. I couldn't give a fuck about whether Brooke or Will's happy and fulfilled in their life, so long as I get to do what I want, when I want to.
And to share it with you and hopefully inspire you in ways to make your life beautiful.
Inspire us to make our lives beautiful. Go fuck yourself, Lisa.
And that, with me, is all about, it's about so many things. It's about being a woman, I think, in just every facet. And with that comes beauty, comes relationships, fashion, and everything else. So today we're here to talk about fashion. Okay, and I have a just scribbled notebook here of notes. And I thought about, just trying to organize it, but I want to get used to feeling good doing this because I will share more and do more if I can get comfortable with sharing with you from my notes. Okay, so.
Right, so why can't you have an hour or 2 hours scribbling shite on a fucking thing and then go through it and tidy it up and on the next page make bullet points? No, because that would mean actually putting some fucking effort into your video.
So the top of my page, I wrote, think of your words instead of trends. Mine are, and this is how I want to look and how I want to feel. And a lot of these will overlap, but that's normal. I want to feel soft, happy, vibrant, feminine, comfortable in every way. Meaning comfortable in, like I am here today with elastic waist pants on and my Quince bodysuit and my yummy leather moto that
Yummy leather mode. I saw a comment come in and it said something along the lines of, do you guys ever want to slap her? And it's like, I didn't read anymore. It was like, yep.
is just so worn in, I could sleep in this jacket. So comfortable in the comfort way, comfortable in the way that I'm presenting myself, and comfortable in my own skin. And soft.
Comfortable in your own skin. You've got to what? 103 and you're still not comfortable in your own skin. Quite sad, really. Do I feel bad for you? Do I fuck?
Soft, meaning soft in that I never want to come off harsh in the way that I look, the way that I speak, the way that I treat others, the way that I judge.
The way that you judge. Elevator lady, have you forgotten about that? I haven't. How about you find her and apologise? Then I might actually think you're a human.
Others.
Or take the fucking video down. That'd be a thing. No, just leave that up there.
I don't want to judge others, but
But you do! All the fucking time. You don't like people who are poor. You don't like people in the fucking business class or whatever economy class thing of the plane. You don't like people that are fucking have no money and are trying to make some pennies outside of Target. You don't like women that have got grown out fucking toenails. I could go on.
Can't help but it happen naturally, but I want to be kind. I just want to live a soft life. I want to look soft, be soft, and I want to be happy.
Ooh. Did I order that?
Yes.
I must have done.
Can you see?
Thank you. That's loud. Thank you muchly.
I'll show you something real quick.
Oh, okay, hang on, let me pause this. Where were we?
Be truly happy. And when you're truly happy, and I want to live a soft life. I want to look soft, be soft, and I want to be happy. Truly happy. And when you're
You want to be happy. You've got everything you ever fucking wanted. You do whatever the fuck you like. You can buy what you want, go where you want, do what you want at the drop of a hat, and you're not fucking happy. And yet I'm jealous of her. Yeah, of course I am.
truly happy, you truly accept yourself. And you truly accept that bad things are going to happen and you're going to do your best to get through them. Vibrant.
Bad things are going to happen and you're going to do your best to get through them. Go fuck yourself, Lisa, please.
I've always told you this. My number one thought is not how to look young. It's how to look vibrant and full of life and full of happiness and full of ambition. That's what I want to look like. Okay, then I wrote down 80.
Sorry, excuse me. I've been sort of distracted and not really listening. I thought we were going to be talking about fashion. This is all about you again. Just for a change.
20, trend or current. And I really think my 80-12 ambition, that's what I want to look like. Okay, then I wrote down 80-20, trend or current. And I really think my vision for this could be even, 85-15.
What the fuck is she talking about?
Really want to have my basics, my go-tos, and then I want to sprinkle in some trends or some things that are current. Because I don't want you or I don't want us to look dated or behind the times. But if you think about it, how did we ever get along without social media telling us what the trends were? How would...
Yeah, exactly, Lisa. We all got along fucking fine. We could all dress ourselves and choose what we wanted to wear. And you think you have to come along now and tell us what to do. You don't.
Was I so in style when I was a child and no one ordered online? The internet didn't exist and I lived in a town that you could barely find a place to shop. And I can tell you guys about these things that are around my age, and you were probably wearing the same thing. That is because that was what was available in the store.
No
And that's what
shit.
we saw people around us and maybe even people on TV wearing. So I don't think that there's this big danger that we're never going to be in style or look current if we don't, follow and, go by all of these trend Vogue and
Has she had an epiphany somewhere between the last video and this one? Is it Brooke's day off, or has she demoted her to downstairs packing department?
who, where, what, and whatever, all of these different places. And even myself, I think I'm going to be able to share a lot of cool things with you, even if I'm not hanging on every word of TikTok. I don't even go on TikTok. The only time I go on TikTok is if someone sends me one. So I think I'm going to just stick with the 80-20 and try to throw in, I think we always end up throwing in a little bit of a trendy shoe, but I'm going to be very particular. Like the ballerina sneaker, that doesn't, at this moment, and I give myself the freedom to change my mind. The ballerina sneaker, to me, if I'm going to wear a sneaker, it needs to be comfortable. And I don't think that looks that comfortable. So
You said you don't fucking like sneakers, so why are we even talking about them? Lord.
I think I'd rather wear a flip-flop or a sandal. So just different things like that. Okay, so this is where I really started my thoughts this morning. And I thought about my true style now and what it's always been. I wear multiples, meaning if I like something, I get it in every color. Just recently, I've bought every color of that Aritzia Priestley dress, and I have bought every color of it's another dress. Let me go get it and show it to you and bring it over here. I saw it when I was with John and the kids in the mall. I think we were in Palm Beach. And I remember we walked by Aritzia and I saw it up on the mannequin and I wanted it. And I didn't want to make everybody stop for me to go get it. I ended up buying that dress in black and loving it. And so I've purchased it, and I've got 2 colors here, and I think I've got 2 more on the way. So let me go get it. Okay, here it is. Let's see if it has the name on here. A lot of the colors too will be on sale. This is smoked eggplant. I got the small, and I don't think it has, does it have the name? Oh yeah, the tuberose dress. Oh my God, isn't that a coincidence? Tuberose is one of my favorite fragrances. It smells like bubblegum. So anything you see with tuberose in it, that is usually a good one. Okay, so this, I got the cobalt blue, and then I got this aubergine color, which I plan on wearing when we're transitioning into spring with like my moto jacket or a fur jacket or anything. What I love about this is it fits all of my criteria. It's feminine, a little bit sexy, flirty, it's vibrant, it's soft, it's feminine, and it gives me a little bit of that ruffle, but because of the fabric it's made of and the design, it's not too little girly. I'm not going to look like a giant 5-year-old walking around, because that can happen, and it has happened to me many times, and that's when I just give it away and never wear it again. But this one, I always felt very just like myself. And that's the thing, is your outsides, your look should align with the way you see yourself on the inside. And that's why a lot of times when I wear something that I don't really identify with, it creates that bad feeling inside. Even if you guys tell me it's the best thing I've ever worn, even if I get so many compliments, if I don't feel like what I'm wearing really aligns with who I am, it just doesn't feel good to me. These do. So what I did is I just bought them in every color. Okay, and then I wrote out to the side, this also is something that creates your signature look. Isn't that beautiful? Like, here's the thing you find out when you get older, you get my age. I'm 55. I think you start finding it out in your 40s. But I just really, every year, it gets sharper and sharper. The more
Oh, so you might actually know who you are and what you want to wear when you're 104 then. What do you mean by out to the side? What's that got to do with fucking anything?
confident you are within yourself and what you like, what makes your heart sing, the better your style will become and the more aligned you will be with your style. And at this point in my life, I am so happy and confident within myself that I am not concerned with what other people think as much. I
Really?
would be telling a story if I said I didn't care at all. I think that's human. It's part of our instincts to be accepted and belong, but I would say it's minimal. It's 5.
Oh, minimal, really, is it? Is that why you were having a fucking canary about what to wear to the Google event? If you didn't care what anybody thought, you would have just fucking thrown an outfit on and you wouldn't have thought twice about it. Oh no, I can't do that. I wore a suit last year.
Percent. Even with, I would only consider John and my parents. They are the only ones that could tell me something didn't look good on me or that they didn't like it or something like that. Or they're the ones I care about pleasing after myself. And other than that, I have no fear. I have no fear in this part of my life of being alone and being happy just being alone. So that cuts out a lot of that needing to belong. And that happens when you get older and you just do those things. I keep wanting to do this. That gives you that acceptance of.
Why? Just do that then.
Just do those things. I keep wanting to do this. That gives you that acceptance of, wearing what you want. Okay, sometimes I order the same thing, multiples of the same thing, black dresses. Okay, if you've been here, remember when I went through the Zara black dress, the little, I think it was $25, and I had that dress. I think I had 3, 4, 5 of them, and then they would get kind of worn out looking, and I would order them again. The Zara black halter top. The 1 year it was, I think it was.
If you look after them and wash them and iron them and hang them up, why are they going to start looking tatty? It's not like you're wearing them day in, day out as a fucking uniform.
Was Abercrombie, or maybe it was Express. And then there was one from Aritzia, I think. I've got them in my closet still. They're black dresses that I love, and I would order the exact same dress in black, 3 or 4 of them, so I could have them every day if I wanted to. And then last year I ordered the Aerie long. I looked and it's not available and there's nothing like it. I ordered that, I think 5 of them.
There's nothing like it. A long black dress with spaghetti straps. You can't find another one like that, really.
I still have some brand new in my closet to wear this year. And no regrets. I'll do it again and again because I feel it's my signature. It makes me feel good every day and comfortable, versatile. It hits all of my words, all of the words.
Oh, it hits all of my words. God, I thought, oh, this is a quick video. She's sitting, chatty, it won't be that bad. It's driving me insane.
Words that the ways I want to feel, and it aligns with who I am inside. So that's another good thing to do. Okay, this is something I feel deeply, and I think a lot of women do. And this really hit me the other night. I was actually laying in bed. A lot of times I get these thoughts when I'm looking through Pinterest. And I'm always really analyzing, why do I like that? Why do I buy this, and this? But I always go back to these looks. And I just thought to myself, good hair, a good body, good skin, good attitude, and a big smile and peace in your heart is number 1. And I will put in there your best look as far as makeup, like my signature nude lip, my signature winged liner and lashes. When I feel good in my skin, I'm working on my body skin, I'm working on my body, I'm working on my health, I'm working on my hair, I'm happy, When all of those things, when you're wearing those things, you're golden. It doesn't even hardly matter what you're wearing. You can be wearing sweatpants and flip-flops and a tank top, and you're going to look good and you're going to feel good. That's how I feel. And I have taken a hit with the past couple of years with my hair falling out and having to transition with my hair. And it was never so clear because I am someone who appreciated it. I remember, I feel like my best year, the year I have felt the best in my whole entire life was when I was about 52, when we were first moving in this house. And then that next year, I really felt amazing. And I know I can feel that way again, but I know a lot of...
But I thought you were happy. But you're striving to be who you were when you were 52, so that just fucking shits over everything you've just said. Contradiction should be your word of the year, love.
Of it is because I felt so good about my hair and my skin, getting healthy, losing weight with carnivore, feeling so vibrant with not having gut issues, not having joint pain. I was moving in a new house. And so that's, something that I'm looking forward to. And matter of fact, last night, let me look. Yeah, last night I washed and dried my hair with the Dyson. And I haven't ordered that new one yet, the Air Wrap, but I'm going to. And
oh, you are you? Why do you need that when you've got one already? Right, if she's doing hair, she's going on double, folks.
I'll list all the things I used because I used some good products. I used K18 shampoo and conditioner, heat bounce, and then I used, this is really good if you like funky piecey hair, which I do, and I realize a lot of people don't like it, nor do they like it on me, but I do. And I used the Olaplex No. 6 styler, and that's what, I used a little bit too much, but we have to play with it. And I used the round brush, and it looked so much better than this last night, but I'm willing to give that up because I thought, I wonder if my hair's gotten long enough that I can put it up like I used to. I've been having to wear it in a scraggly ponytail, and I don't like that at night. I need to like the way I look when I go to bed. And so I got my little stretchy thing out, like it looks like an old telephone.
She just said, I need to like the way I look when I'm going to bed. What in the actual fuck? Who says that? Really?
Cord, and I balled my hair up on my head, and it worked. And I went out and I told John, I said, look, I can put my hair up like I used to. It felt so good. But that and the color, the fact that she lightened my root color, that gave me such a good feeling. It was amazing. And I felt so inspired in the weirdest way. That's why this is fashion philosophy. Because when you just having that boost gave...
I think she might have stopped talking about her hair now. She's saying how good it made her feel because she could put her hair up like she used to. She even went out and said, look, John, I can put my hair up in a bubble. She didn't actually say that, but that's what she meant.
Gave me excitement, hope, and just, I don't know, it's just so inspiring. It's so much better than looking in the mirror and not liking what you see. So that, okay. And so I made a note here, which goes with this. Get your hair color and your style just right. That makes you feel good. That's what I just said. So,
no, that makes you feel good. The rest of the world isn't having a paddy when their hair isn't right. That's a you thing, not an us thing.
Even, I feel like where my hair started really going downhill is when I did the hair trends video and the butterfly cut was on trend.
Oh, wasn't it the shingles vaccine? I thought it was that.
And then Pamela Anderson made her debut back on the scene, which I think that was her best look ever, is when she first came back. And I cut my hair in so many layers with that butterfly cut, and it went downhill from there. And then when I started losing my hair, then it was more apparent because I already had weakened it. That's why I'm not cutting layers until not any layers. Maybe when it gets long like I want it, I might have a few, but I liked it when it was long, luscious, and healthy. So that's what I want. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Now this is something else. Look at the items you have loved and felt so good in the past. Identify exactly what it was. Not only the design or physical things, but also how it made you feel. So think back to like I just said, when I look back to my style 2022 or 2023, I see a lot of dresses, a lot of sundresses, a lot of solid colors, a lot of all black, a lot of bare shoulders. That's how I feel my best. And so you have a time in your life too. So look back on your life as well. And it could even be like when you were really young. Like I can look back at high school, what made me feel the best. I can remember the exact outfits that I felt amazing in. I can definitely for sure tell you outfits I felt amazing in my 20s, which were the 90s. And that was all white, a all white outfit, matching sets. I remember even then, that was when the Calvin Klein cut off shorts were in style and mini skirts, and I had multiples of those. So think back to what's always worked for you before we had YouTube, before we had influencers, before all the celebrities.
Excuse me, Lisa, that's what we do already. It's only you that's gone around listening to fucking the internet and influencers and fashion magazines and trying to chase your fucking tail to wear everything that they say in the magazine is supposed to be the best thing to wear, and you don't fucking like it. So take your own advice and stop telling us what to do when we already fucking know.
Were styled, and it's not even what they would choose. That's why I think I'm so drawn to 60s and 70s and 90s fashion, even on Pinterest, because it's more organic. You'll even notice that it's not as pieced together. It's more inspiring. And I think it's because and I'm not saying they didn't even have stylists back then, but I think they were styled for a different reason. Tell me what you think about that. What's your theory on that? Okay, fabrics you enjoy wearing. This is a big one for me because there are so many things that I like the way they look on other people. And in theory, I like them, but I don't enjoy wearing them. They're not comfortable physically or mentally. I don't feel myself in them. One of those is linen. I love the look of linen. I even love my linen sheets from Quince. If you're ever thinking of getting those, I love those. I'm going to put them back on in the summer. But I noticed when I would buy linen pants and linen dresses, it just wasn't me. I didn't feel good in them. So I really try to pay attention to that. A crisp poplin white shirt. I love it. I love the way it looks on other people. I think it looks okay on me. I don't enjoy wearing poplin. I just don't. I've always enjoyed more of a silky fabric, something that is soft. And that's just always been very, very important to me, even if it's rayon or, oh my gosh, cashmere. Like I could live in cashmere all the time. I love the way
Yes, we know, you've said.
feel. I love the way it feels. I just love it all. Okay, colors you feel good in. Do you feel good in prints, more in solids? What do you feel is most flattering to you? When you look in the mirror, what do you think? A lot of times you just need to stop and think. You'll look in the mirror and you feel good. And you're like, wow, I like the way I look.
I don't look in the mirror, Lisa. Some of us don't spend all day, every fucking day, admiring ourselves in glass.
Take a minute and think about it. What is it? Think about what makeup you have on. Think about how you have your hair. What color is your hair? Is it gray or is it some form of blonde like mine or whatever color? Is it a color you're wearing? Is it a style you're wearing? Think about those things. I have noticed I feel best, except for in the summer, I feel best in solids and in monochrome, all one color with little accessories. I don't like things that like break up the line, even in home decor. I'm real funny about my eye. What is it gazing across? Where does it stop? And I've noticed that I really like all one color, either all white, all black, all gray, all cream, all red.
We get it! All one colour. You don't have to name every fucking colour.
All blue. And then in the summer, in the spring, I love a good sundress with a print. I love it. Lily Pulitzer, love it. Amazon dresses, love it. Solid black dress, love it. So I've noticed that my style changes a little bit. I'm not as much into a pieced together outfit. You know, they say never do more than 3 colors. I don't even really like 3 colors. I really like, the furthest I'll go is the jeans, the white tee with the long coat and the boots, something like that. But even then, I love a good black jean and a black top. I just know me, and I know that's what I like. That's why I'm so drawn to the 90s, because of the simplicity of it. But that outfit with a big fur coat. Okay, let's see. The beauty of looking different, unique, your own look. Example, my moto jackets, my blazers, flip-flops when they weren't on trend. You know, a lot of times I'll see what people are wearing in Paris, what people are wearing in New York. And then I think to myself, okay, I'm in New York usually about once a month for the past year. I'm getting ready to go for Fashion Week in February, this next week actually. And I don't see that many people looking like that. Now, Fashion Week will be different, and that's why I want to go. I'm not going to any of the shows. I do have one event, and I'm staying in a totally different place in a different part of town. So that will be interesting to me. But the people who really stand out are the people that have the good hair, the good body, the good skin, the happy, they're vibrant, they're smiling, and they might have something totally different on. It's not going to be the girl with the New York ball cap, the Sambas, the leather bomber. Keep in mind, these are all things I have and have worn. It's going to be the woman that looks good, and you're thinking, damn, she looks good. I would have never thought of wearing, and this is an example. I saw this really pretty girl, and she had on jeans, a leather jacket, and her Chanel ballerina flats. And that's when I ended up buying my first pair of Chanel ballerina flat.
Really? You'd never thought of wearing flat shoes with jeans and a t-shirt? Oh dear God, how long have we got? 12 minutes.
That's who stands out. The person that stands out and looks so good is probably wearing exactly what they feel good in, whether it's on trend or not. Because there's going to be times when the things that you...
No shit, Sherlock! We've been telling you this for ages. You're the one that goes around chasing trends, not us. Fuck's sake.
genuinely like and you genuinely wear are on trend anyway. And that's the beauty of it. Like, I looked up one article and it said polka dots. And I was like, oh, we've been wearing polka dots forever. I just ordered that dress in polka dots. How many years ago I did Zara polka dots. So it's just like, go with what you love and you're going to be in trend in some form or fashion. Okay, then I wrote, think back to what you have felt when you have felt your best, what was different. And this might even mean, how was your life different? Are there other things in your life that you can change or focus on that makes you feel more fashionable? What were those things? Were they maybe that you never looked at fashion trends? Were they that social media wasn't around? Maybe it was that you weren't always looking at TikTok and then you felt better. Think back to what it was when you felt your best and what was different. Not even just the articles of clothes, but what in your life was different. Okay, then I wrote how to still look current or on trend, which is basically what all this has been saying. But and I wrote items you already like, polka dots, okay. Colors like leopard. Okay, leopard's on trend. I've been wearing leopard since high school. Every one of my bathing suits were some form of leopard. That was my thing. People have been wearing leopard forever. Leopard is a neutral. Leopard is a classic. So just wearing my leopard, I'm going to be in style. Sandals, flip-flops. That's something I've worn forever. And then add your classics. Oversized sunglasses. I noticed that Celine, Chloe, Valentino, they're all doing the big Pucci-esque, the big oversized sunglasses. I already have those and love those. So I'm going to be right on trend, whether I look at that or not. Okay. This is a good point. Okay. And all of these things that I'm sharing with you are things that I'm telling myself, believe me. Be very underlined selective with who and what you watch. And I wrote that because I get very easily influenced and it pulls me away from my core style. Sometimes it's like I just need a reset. It's almost like I just need to shake it up and start back fresh. And I even have stores and people and photos and Pinterest that I will intentionally look back on to kind of calibrate and get back to my style. And that's why I had the cool girl.
So you watch someone on YouTube and they say, oh, this is in, that's in, you know, paint your hair green, have really long nails painted black, high heel pointy boots and skin tight leather dresses, and you have to go and get that because the person on the telly said, or the person on YouTube said. Are you not a fucking grown up and you can watch a video and go, that looked good on her, and move the fuck on and just wear what you want to wear?
Kind of meltdown a few years ago because I had gotten caught up in, you know, getting views and getting subscribers and being in with everyone else on YouTube. And I had let that take me away from my core style. And this happens. I mean, this happens.
No,
This
it
is part
doesn't.
of growing. But
You're not saying growing up, are you? No. You should know this already at 50 fucking 5, dopey.
noticing it brings you back to your more authentic self. So I put example makeup, and this happens to me all the time. I will get so influenced by girls and women with dark brown or black hair and dark brown eyes, and then wonder why their makeup won't work on me, or why they look so much better in that than I do. And I'm thinking, Lisa, it's apples and oranges. And I have to reel it back in to what were my looks. When did I love my makeup the most? Who are the people that I love their makeup? Look at them. And then, dark hair, dark eyes. Or there'll be, I wrote down Brooke's age. I'll get intrigued by someone who's 25 or 30 and then watch their makeup tutorial and then wonder why I can't wear 10 layers of makeup, why it doesn't look good on me, or why that tinted moisturizer worked for them, but it didn't work for me. Well, that's because they are your daughter's age, and there's nothing wrong with it. I feel just as good as I did. I feel probably better than I did when I was 25. But a lot of times I can get influenced by that. Like all these trends, butterfly hair trend, no clean girl trend, all these things. That's not me. That's not who I am inside. And that's why it doesn't work for me.
You're preaching to the fucking choir, Lisa. Why do you feel the need to make this video? Do you honestly think that the people watching you are as fucking stupid as you are, so maybe you do need to tell them?
Okay, stick with your core stores. This can change every season. And you'll notice some years I am the biggest Zara girl. Everything I wear is from Zara. I love it. I can't get enough. This past year, it's been Aritzia. They have just done it. In years past, I can remember even before YouTube. One year it might be Old Navy. I remember, and I wish they were just the same, but we've got to accept that things change. The Loft. I don't know if you guys remember when The Loft had the best little dresses, like knee-length dresses. And I would go in there and I would get all the dresses. I remember even finding dresses at like TJ Maxx, and I would buy every color. So identify with each season your core stores that you like and try to keep track of those. And, I have ordered so much stuff lately from H&M, which I do have a few good things to show you this Friday. And then speaking of Loft, I just ordered a big order from Loft, and it's back in the bag. I'm going to return it without ever even showing it to you. I had plenty of time yesterday being trapped in the house, so I tried on every...
Oh, diddums, were you trapped in the house? Oh, my fucking heart bleeds.
Dress before I got in the shower and took them off immediately. And I put them all in a bag with the receipt, and I'm going to go return them because I just didn't like them. So, you'll find that some stores you don't identify with much anymore. Maybe it's both. You've changed and the store has changed. But they have different buyers, and you'll notice that one season you may love Banana Republic. The next season you're like every time I look at it now, it's kind of like, it's okay. Nothing shakes me up. So try to stick with those stores that are just working for you. And that is a good, easy way to feel good. Oh, Gap. I wrote down Gap. Gap. Remember that year I found those little dresses that we love so much and I bought them in every color?
Did we?
I'm going to try to add pictures of some of this stuff in here too. Like sometimes it's just like, you can go in a store and you're going to love it. Like right now, I can't wait to go in Aritzia when I get to New York. I can't wait to go in Zara. I've been loving some stuff from Zara. Even more than, of course I want to go in Louis Vuitton or I want to go in YSL. But like I loved that Buck Mason. I want to, things that I already know that I'm kind of liking, I want to go back in there. Okay, some good examples of things that may not be on trend, but always look good. And that is the Diane von Furstenberg dresses. You can go with the classic wrap dress, but even...
I think wrap dresses are fugly, Lisa. Here she goes. She's going to give us a list of all the things that look good on her. She doesn't think of the fucking general public at all. It's all about Lisa.
Even her dresses that she comes out with every year. Last year I got that rose one with the roses on it, and then I got a plain black one. I love her dresses. And I was looking this morning on the Outnet. I have gotten some really good stuff there before from Zimmerman and Diane von Furstenberg. And I was hoping I could score a new dress this morning, but the sizes are different. But I'll link some stuff below that I saw on there. So even Diane von Furstenberg, look at her. Look how good she always looks at her age. But she isn't worried about what's on trend. She's wearing what she wants to wear. Look at like an example I wrote down is Carrie Bradshaw. Not necessarily Sarah Jessica Parker, but Carrie Bradshaw, even during the height of Sex and the City, yes, she might have on, she's the one who made the Fendi baguette popular. That wasn't a trend. That wasn't in style. She's the first one. And then that made it popular. The things that she was wearing, they, like in the beginning seasons, they were usually vintage. And because that's really before they started doing product placement as heavily. That bag really changed things. And then in further seasons, you'll see more like Christian Dior and things like that. And so think of the most fashionable people that you know. They're not...
I don't think of fashionable people, Lisa. It's not about what's fashionable. Isn't that what this whole fucking conversation was supposed to be about? No more trends. She can't, can she? She can't stick to anything. There'll be a fucking trend tomorrow and she'll be jumping around. Oh, sky blue orange is in. I need it.
Trendy. They're not cool girls. Matter of fact, I have written down before, I would rather look like the designer at the end of a runway show than the runway show most of the time. Because the designer will come out in something very simple and very much their style. And it might...
You're not supposed to wear shite they have on the runway. Fuck's sake.
Might even be different than what you just saw. But I notice I love to look up designers and actually what they're wearing. I like to look up artists, home design and interior design people. What are they wearing? And get inspired by that a lot of...
Really? I thought you were supposed to be wearing what was comfortable for you. What aligned with your inside. Does she even hear herself, really? Does she?
At times too. And then I wrote down what makes your... Okay, I couldn't say what makes your heart sing. But what I want to say is what makes your heart sing. That's what's important. For instance, when I was on the Outnet today, I saw a Pucci Cosmetics case. I want that thing. It's like $500 even on the Outnet. but the print, I just love it. It made my heart sing. And that's so funny and different, but that's all that matters is what makes your heart sing. It isn't what's...
So why didn't you fucking buy it then? You waste money on loads of other shite. Why don't you buy something that's practical, useful, and you actually like?
On Vogue. And then I've got beach towels written down because that's something, I've got that on my current wish list too. They had on the Outnet, they had a really pretty, is it a Zimmerman beach towel that I might buy. But last year when I walked into Chloe in New York and they had that Chloe beach towel, I should have gotten it. That's why I looked up beach towels, is to see if they had that. Because a lot of times places like the Outnet and Essence and some of those places and even eBay, they'll have like leftover things. Nordstrom Rack, Saks Off Fifth, they'll have the overflow from last season's stock. And then the stores send it back, and TJ Maxx, that's what you'll see in there. So I hope this was fun for you to watch. I hope it made you think. I hope you enjoy these kind of videos because this is what I enjoy talking about. I enjoy things that make me feel fabulous. I enjoy sharing that with you. I enjoy inspiring you to do what makes you feel fabulous. So thank you for watching.
Bollocks.
Okay, my ring is something that brings me joy. It is the wolf ring. Wolf. And I haven't painted my nails. They're just clear. No, they're actually one coat of Chanel Ballerina. Quince bodysuit, I think I've already told you. Aritzia pants. Bombas slippers. Love these. Why do I love them? Of course, they're warm. They're black. And they even look good with your clothes when you're walking around. Better than my Uggs. So, okay, girls. And I'll put my makeup down below too. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Fuck off. Just go, would you? Stop finding excuses to talk about more things. Who fucking rah? We got to the end, people, and if you got here with me, congratulations, and I will catch you in the next one.